Take a long time. Legs up, minutes on. Out. Lady. Lady. Linksy. Linksy. Ah, nice. Lady.
How hard is it, Joey, to be in there and...
I look forward to this every training.
Is it harder when you first get in, or does it get easier as you stay in, or it gets harder?
It's hard if you haven't been doing it. But I do cold showers most mornings, so I find it a bit more easier. But it is harder than cold shower. Ice is just frozen.
So, you know, Tony, before fights, you know, when you get this close, your immune system goes down because you've just been burning yourself every day. But with the ice, we jump in every week. With the ice for 2 minutes, your white blood cells just go up because they're coming to protect you from this cold, from getting the cold. So by training, getting fit, your immune system going down, but jumping in the ice, we get a boost. So these guys won't get sick because, you know, so many fighters, you always get sick in the last week because you just run down. We don't get sick because we're in the ice every week, you know.
Jason, how was it that you got involved with this ice bath thing? How did you learn about Wim Hof for a start?
Okay, I didn't even know Wim Hof. I just saw this crazy old white guy swimming in the ice while I was getting tattooed on the TV, and I just thought, wow, this guy's really tough mentally. So that's how I followed him. I actually just started cold showers. I started cold showers the day I left, and my tattooist told me, oh, you got to get in there for 3 minutes. And it was July 2017, and it was freezing then. It was a bad winter. But in 3 days, I was doing 3 minutes.
Right, and then you took it further, so you went online, I believe.
Ah, yeah, okay. So I didn't even know a thing about Wim. I just saw this old guy getting in the ice, and I thought, man, he's tough mentally. So I did that for about 2 weeks, and then I thought, oh, maybe I should. And then I Googled Wim Hof, the Iceman, and it just came up all these documentaries on him, podcasts of Joe Rogan, and these Vice documentaries, and they were awesome. So I bought the app then. It was $5.99. I bought the app, and it teaches you like the breathing. If I hadn't done breathing yet, it teaches you about the breathing, getting in the cold, and breathing out, holding your breath, and doing push-ups just to test that your your pH level is raised. And then I bought the app, and from that, 2 weeks later, I've done that almost every day. I miss maybe a day or two a month for the last 19, 20 months. Yeah.
So you wanted to take it further, and you went to see him personally.
Oh yeah, okay. So then I did that. But the advance was 2 days in Amsterdam. It was €800, which means I had to get to Amsterdam, spend 2 days there, and I was just like, oh man, that's a lot of money for 2 days. I didn't really know about it, but I went to this workshop with Wim Hof and this scientist who was the scientist for 30 years and all these letters behind him. And Wim Hof, he drives you good. Like he's got some charisma about him that just, you know, you want to follow him, and he makes you feel really great with the breathing. But it was the scientist actually. The scientist just proving that everything in your body that helps. And I just thought, wow, that's so simple but so effective. I went home straight away. I got out my card. When we first did it, Tony, I was making everyone do 2 minutes, and then I went and did the advanced course in Holland, and they're like, nah, you know, anything longer than all the benefits are done in 2 minutes. And once you overcome the breathing, because in that stage you're in a panic stage. Yes. Once you can slowly breathe, and so that, like these guys, by 4 or 5 breaths, they've already calmed their breathing. Once you've calmed your breathing, you've reset your parasympathetic, your sympathetic nervous system, because your panic stage comes out, and then because you breathe calmly, then your calm stage comes out, and then it says, actually, he's not freaking out in this situation. So it becomes a eustress, where it's a controlled stress situation, which is good for us, which makes us stronger in every other stressful situation, which fighting is a stressful situation actually for your brain and for your body. So this is just a tool to help them get ready for it without getting any injuries, and it's actually good for their muscles. Yeah, I stayed about 7 kilometres because I was on a budget, so I was because it was a lot of money to get there. So I stayed in this kind of like this camp. I stayed in my own room, a nice room in a camp, in a kind of campground, but it was a cabin. Rented a bicycle, and I was about 7 k's away from the course. Just woke up every morning, rode to the course, finished the course, rode home, bought some beers and some food on the way home. And that was amazing. There was 60 people from all over the world. There was 1 Kiwi, there was a few Australians, and everyone else around Europe. Last year they closed it off. There's no Dutch people allowed to do it because I think there's too many of them. There's like 570 instructors in the world. Quite a lot of them are Dutch. So anyway, we did that, learned so much.
The amount of ice that you put in here, you don't make that up in your fridge at home?
I got 2 commercial ice makers. Otherwise, I was spending about $60 a week on $100 a week on ice. Now we've got 2 commercial ice makers, 2 big freezers in the gym. All the boys chuck $5 into a tin, and the $5 goes to Phoenix. And I'd passed my advance, and I'd been accepted to the Masters, which is the instructor's course in Poland. It was a struggle for me, but man, I just thought, man, this stuff is so good. It's so simple but so effective. I have to follow it through to the end. I have to get my degree. I have to be certified so I can teach people properly. So I booked that, and then I went to Poland. Went to Poland in November after the last King of the Ring, and then I was off to Poland.
Your career was a great run. Do you think this would have helped in any way?
Oh man, definitely would have taken me one further step. Yeah, definitely the breathing and the ice, I mean the mentals. I like the mental, but the breathing, the benefits of the breathing are amazing.
You've always been an innovator. Is this one of the most extreme things that you've done? Like
it's one of yes, it is, and it's like at first we were hiding. It's a secret weapon, but this is just amazing for you. Like Tony, I haven't been to the doctor. It's the longest time I can remember in the last 10 years that I haven't been to the doctor. So it's been about a year and 4 or 5 months now.
The thing about you that it didn't surprise me at all, but I hear, you've tried to talk everybody into it, not just from your gym, like Dan Hooker and Israel.
So I've got Dan Hooker and Israel because they're representing New Zealand, and I think this is just an awesome weapon for kickboxers. At first, for the first 6 months, we never put it on social media, we hid it. But the health benefits are too good not to share, so we share it. Yeah, we share it. And so I got them just so the breathing and that is really good for your fighting, calm your nerves, resets all your nervous system, your endocrine system. It just resets so many systems, so it's so good for you, the ice and the breathing. So I share it with them because they're putting our country up here now.
So how much of getting in this is mental? How much would you put on
why
mental?
there's this method, the Wim Hof method, the breathing and ice is so good for people, but you got to do both. Not a lot of people will do it because of the mental. So I don't know. For me, the benefits way outweigh the mental, and I kind of like the mental. I got another thing to play with my brain.
Yeah, you weren't called psycho for any reason.
So I've done 4 ice baths in a week. Yep, you're right. I've done 4 ice baths in a week, and I've done 2 in a day. I stayed in for 19 minutes once. I don't know if that was so good, but I was just playing with my brain. And I got out safe. I didn't get sick. I didn't get an after drop. The 1 week where I got in 4 times, Tony, I had yellow stuff coming out of my throat because I went for a swim in Wellington, and I stayed out in the cold wind, at 6 p.m. at night for a while, horse stunts, and I was, I got sick. Like 2 days later, I was getting sick, and then I jumped in the ice. I didn't want to, but I'd made all of them, so I had to. And then I actually felt really so much better the next day, so I did it again. By the 4th day, I was better, and I was seriously considering, it was about 13 months into it, seriously considering going to the doctor, and I was going to be so embarrassed. So 4 ice baths in a week, and I was completely healed. Hard under. Get your shoulders under. In your nose, out your mouth. Nice one. In your nose, out your mouth. I'm just going to get some ice.
How long have you been doing this?
For about a year now.
Yeah. How much easier is it now?
It gets easier, yeah. It gets easier.
Really?
And you feel $100,000 after you hop out. Yeah, that's the trick.
So when you're at home, do you have a shower? Do you have a cold one or a hot one?
So I have a hot shower, then a cold one afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just helps with the mental game and just for the body, you know. It's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your well-being?
Yeah, it's good for your well-being. Apparently, Jason was saying it spikes a lot of the brown cells or something. Works wonders.
Yeah. You'd recommend it?
Yeah, I recommend it.
Yeah. But not more than once a week?
No. It's quite relaxing too.
Can you get in a space where some days
a warm spot.
Yeah,
you really think of a warm place and it's okay.
Yeah.
If you think it's cold, it's going to be cold because it's naturally cold.
And how long did it take you to get into that space? You know, like you couldn't do that the first time.
No, you couldn't. Nah, it takes a while. Just like with training as well, you sort of got to get into a relaxed rhythm.
Yeah.
But so I'm there now. I'm in a warm bath now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can stay in for a lot longer. Just like with getting tattoos, you know, it's the pains, but it's quite sore. But once you sort of channel in it, and it just becomes like, it's quite relaxing.
Yeah.
It's all in the mind. Yeah, it's all in the mind. It's warm. It's warm.
I'm cold.
I'm in a warm. I just think about on the warm tropical islands, you know, just it's warm, you know.
It's brilliant, eh?
Yeah, and you know it, and the bonus is you know that it's good for you, so that's a bonus, and you feel great afterwards.
Yeah. Do you think this will be a lifelong thing for you?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I love it. I love jumping in the cold sea. I just like cold. I just like the cold. I wear shorts all year round. It's just people say it's like a polar bear. Yeah, I'm warm now. I can stand here for a while.
That's amazing.
Where's the timer?
Joey just took it,
Did
Jace.
Joey take it? I reckon you're done.
You reckon?
Yeah. Okay, let's go 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 30 seconds. Oh yeah. Oh, you got it. Oh yeah, cool.
You look relaxed, actually.
Yeah, I'm relaxed. It's relaxing.
Yeah. It's quite amazing. You know? Like if I was in there, I'd be like.
Yeah, that's what you don't do.
No.
You initially want to do that,
Yes.
but it's all about relaxing and breathing and finding that warm spot. Yeah, so now I'm thinking about it's cold. It's getting a little bit cold.
Yeah.
I'm starting to feel it because I know it's time to hop out.
0 degrees, salt ice mounts at -18, so you get it.
Cohen's forgotten that he's got the clock in his hand.
All good, cuz?
Hey, thanks for talking.
No worries, man. Thank you.
Poland was good. When we got there, it was at the airport. It was in Czech. It was -20, and then they picked us up from the Czech Republic airport, and then we drove about 3 hours to this place not far from Mount Sniska. I don't even know the name of the place, but it was also this like big hotel that we like a hotel. And it was like 2 minutes from this river, and the river, so it was all snow, it was -5 degrees there, but out the river was, so I did an ice bath every day before I left from 7 minutes to 30 minutes, just to condition myself. It's not about time, but I can do that easily because I've done it so much. Lots of ice, I've got on this river, I never did over 3 minutes in this river. The river was 10 times colder than any of these ice baths. It's just, I don't know, it's running water straight from the mountain, from Snowy Mountain. Up the mountain it's minus 20, and it was freezing. It was freezing. Like by the time you get back from the river to the hotel, your hands and feet are stinging. It was so cold, and plus it's cold outside. And on the course, you know, like I was really lucky. We had this guy Daniel and Dawu who have been with Wim right from the start. They started with him, I think, in 2000 when it started, 2004, 2005. So they've been with him right from the beginning, and they were amazing, like really good teachers. So this group was very lucky that we had two of the guys that had been there with him right from the start. You know, they teach you how to publicly talk, they teach you, they just teach you everything about the method, which I learned so much more, and I really feel a lot more enabled to teach people. Oh, yep.
So like everything, you would have been the guinea pig first, when you first started?
Yeah, so I always used to get in first, and I'd do 5, and I'd make them do 3, because I'd think, well, if I was doing 5, they're never going to do not less than 3. But now I try and get them in to guide them through it, and then I get in. But it's 2 minutes. 2 minutes where you get all the health benefits.
And have you got people that can't do it? You know, is there people that just can't say they can't do it? Or?
Not from this gym, but I don't force anyone. I mean, I try to get all the fighters in. All my fighters have done it. They've all done 3 minutes, 2 minutes. We do it weekly, and of about 16 of us, about 6 to 8 of us do it every week. And the others don't, because I used to have some that were missing coming to pads. I said, what are you doing? They go, oh, I was scared of the ice bath. And I said, you don't have to do the ice bath, it's up to you. You've already done it, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is cold today. Yeah, there's been a lot of ice in here. Yeah, go on. I hate this, what he's going to do, because my son used to do it to me. Because it's the last dry part in your body is your head, and when someone trickles water over it, it's horrible.
Does this sort of give you thoughts of like showering monks when they can stand under the ice?
Yep.
Waterfalls and things like that. Is it similar place you have to go to be able to stand
Yep. Yep. Like so we do this. So after our class is the beginners class, and we've got about 2 to 4 of them getting in as well. So it's good, you know. So we strategically did it before our busiest class, which is our beginners class, and now about 2 or 3 of them are getting in.
This is his first time.
Oh wow!
This is my young boy Eden.
Smack. Ready?
All the way down.
Shoulders.
Get down. Sit
I'm not
down.
starting till you get shoulders under. Shoulders under. Starting.
Who's the camera?
30
Eden?
seconds.
Is it hard to breathe?
Kind of. Edwin, submerge yourself some more. Your shoulders. 10 seconds gone.
How old are you, Eden?
10.
10.
10.
So this is a lifetime thing for you now?
Lifetime, yeah, lifetime. Like I told my fighters, they're not allowed to use the warm showers. Everyone else is allowed, not my fighters. I said, like, this is not going to change. So in winter, get used to it. In summer, get used to it, because in winter, it's still going to be the same. Oh, brain freeze. Whoa. Oh, brain freeze. Oosh. 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 Okay, and this is why I got the big tub, because I got Dave and Moses on the bathtub. So we've got a bathtub over here.
They're going to say in Cowan from the event.
They couldn't, it wasn't going over their shoulders, so we just made it bigger for these guys. So just get this to the bottom. Stand on this.
Stand on it.
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Yeah, just
Is
stand
this the cement block still on it?
Yeah. So yeah, there's the block there.
How long have you been doing this, Dave?
Moses is Moses.
I've been doing this, this is about my 4th time.
All right,
Yeah.
okay. This will be interesting.
Yeah, just stand on this, Moses, so it goes to the bottom.
Yeah.
The other one, yeah, push it to the bottom. Okay, get your shoulders under. When your shoulders are under, start the timer, Etu.
Go, Dad. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, that's it, get your heart under, get your heart under, go. Keep going, don't worry about the water. Yeah, that's it, yeah. In your nose, breathe in your nose, get your shoulders down. Go, keep going, don't worry about the water. That's it. In your nose, out your mouth, that's it.
Time started.
In your nose, Moses. Breathe in your nose, out your mouth. Yeah, deep breath, that's it. Yeah, and then sigh. Yeah. One thing, Tony, that we had to do in Holland, which was really hard. They had this big ice bath, there's 50 of us. You had to get in, stand for about 20 seconds, calm your breathing, get out. And we had to do it 5 times. That was hard. Getting in and out, like for me to go back in is quite hard. But they made us do it. No, they didn't make us do it. They said if you can, some people did it 3 times. Some of us, I did it the maximum. I went back 5 times. So you get in, like 20 seconds, slow your breathing down, get out. Dance around for a minute, the horse dance, and then you get in and do it again. Yeah, that was hard.
But now you're out. Yeah, it's still cold out here. It's a cold night tonight.
You're warm because that's
so cold.
4 degrees. I would say it's about 4 degrees. It's cold today. Hey, Moses. Yeah, it's he's been in it now, so now he's calm.
Yeah.
But you're good. You were shaking when your legs went in, and now you're relaxed.
Yeah, after a bit you get a bit numb, so that helps.
It's been awesome, Tony. Like, so, you know, over winter, New Zealand's got some real beautiful beaches. I go to the beach, I'm the only one swimming at the beautiful beach. And in the water, it's easier because it's about 12 degrees, but because you're moving constantly, it's a lot easier than this. And so I do about 15 minutes. I do about 500-600 meters. But by the time you get out, you're just totally numb. But you got to remember, like today, it's cold, so you got to get changed soon. So I'll go and get changed soon, Tony. What's he on? Etu? Time? Nice one. Beautiful. Nice one, Moses.
What are the medical benefits? Is it good for blood pressure? Is it
Okay,
good
so
for some of those?
it's like it's a cardiovascular training because you know when you're out in the heat in the warm like this training, your capillaries open, and when you get into the ice, they're constricted. So it's vasodilation and vasoconstriction. So you're getting a full workout, like weight training for your cardiovascular system, for your veins. You get a massive boost to your white blood cells, which are our fighting disease blood cells, mental strength, sleep, nails, yeah. But the main thing for me, for fighters, is a boost to your immune system, the white blood cells, the mental strength, and weight loss. Okay, so you know, getting out shivering, when you shiver, that's burning energy to keep you warm. So when you get in the cold, you get in the ice, you activate your brown fat cells, your brown adipose tissue, which burns your white fat, which is the fat that hangs around our gut. It burns that to keep you warm. So even though we're not shivering in it because we're used to it, and we're like playing with our brain not to do it, our brown fat is burning energy to keep us warm. So it's just like shivering, but we're not shivering. So it's really, really good for weight loss. So for me, for fighters, mental strength, boost immune system, and weight control.
So at home I do a 2-minute cold shower, and then there's a bath where my shower is, and then I'd do at least a 2.5 minute ice bath straight after it. So I try and better whatever my cold shower is. Yeah, and it helps with everything. Recovery, definitely pain management. I don't think I would have got through this knee operation with...
You've done well.
Yeah, it's been good, really good. After a week after my surgery, I stopped pain meds altogether. So the ice bath, I've got a cryogenic therapy machine, compression machine. So it was all ice and everything. That completely pain meds free. No anti-inflammatories, no pain meds, nothing.
So you're a converted...
Oh, yeah. I was a skeptic at the start, but completely converted. Like, yeah, the science in it is...
Because it's there. For seeing.
And it's good. Yeah. Getting results, definite results. Yeah.
I know you're trying to spread the word, and is that what you're going to do? Are you going to do seminars or something like that?
Yeah. I'll do workshops, and I'll do small workshops for my first year. Because there's some freaky things happen when you people breathe out more carbon dioxide and get more oxygen in. Like, things happen to you. Good things, but some weird things, like people move differently, they shake. So I'm just going to start off small, but I want to do regular workshops. I'm going to do regular workshops this year. I hope to do 10 by the end of the year. Up and down the country. I'll go and visit a few kickboxing gyms, share it with them and the public. But I'll do a 4-hour workshop, and I'll all go through the academy. And if you grasp it really well, I give you the tools in 4 hours to improve your health by yourself for the rest of your life.
The people that you were there doing that final course with you, how many of them were from fight gyms? Was there any others?
No one.
No one.
No, yeah. No one. There was no one from fight gym. There were people that did martial arts. There were people that were right into martial arts. There was a guy who's like a mental coach for martial artists. But no, there was no kickbox. There was no fighters.
And tell us a little bit about Wim Hof himself.
Wim Hof is so charismatic, like he has just a way about him, there's rules, he breaks all the rules in a good way. There was this river, and I used to jump probably, 6 feet high, and it wasn't very deep. It was like a sandy, pumicy, sandy bottom, and I used to hit the bottom. He came back on a 9-day tour from America, came back, just pumped us with energy, took us through some powerful breathing, and said, let's go for a swim. And he goes, there was a 6-foot ledge, then a 12-foot ledge, and maybe twice that, maybe 15, 20 feet. And he jumps off the top, and I was like, and when he was standing on there, I was like, I'm not jumping off that. I hit the bottom from 6 feet. Boom, he jumped off, I'm like, I'm next, you want to follow him.
Yeah.
And he's like, Tony, he's a real giver. Like, he's not here to take money from people. He just wants to share this message with people because he knows that it can help with anxiety, depression, and just improve your health. And he really wants to get people away from pharmaceutical drugs and depression and anxiety. His wife had bipolar and committed suicide. So he's on a mission just to save people from that, what happened to his wife. In my first workshop in March, and I'll do it right here at the gym. If I have another certified instructor helping me, I'll take 30. If I don't, I'll do 15 people, and that's it.
Not many people will get to meet somebody like Wim Hof in their life.
Oh man, Tony, I go, because I met him 3 times now, and Tony, so I'll tell you one thing, I didn't tell anyone about me, and there was 50 people from all over the world, and there was, what do you call those guys that do super marathons, they do super triathlons, ultra runner, yeah. So there was a few top athletes in that. And I think if you're a fighter and you know about this method, you gotta do it. You know, you got to do it. Mind, strengthen your brain, the weight, and the boost to immune system, because you always run yourself down. But what also happens with this breathing, you get to a balanced pH. You raise your pH level into a balanced pH. When you're in a balanced pH, which is in the 7s, your pain receptors don't work. So for us, it's perfect. And your brain works at its best, your body functions at its best, but your pain receptors don't work. That's why it's a lot easier to get in the ice after. And so for fighters, man, you got to do it.
Yeah.
You got to do it. It's an extra trick up your sleeve, and it's just through breathing. Yeah.
And did he know about your fighting career?
Oh yeah, so Tony. So I didn't tell anyone about me, and there was 50 people, and we were just all. He runs out for one of his guys, one of his top guys, who I actually did my advanced and my masters with. He runs and interrupts the class, and he runs up behind me and goes, "This guy is so humble. He's a 6-time world champion." And just in front of the whole class, he goes, "Stand up, please, stand up. Can I take a photo of you?" And he gives the phone to someone. Can I take a photo of you? He was, so he made me famous. After that, I had about 15 people all come and taking selfies with me and going, "Oh, is he telling the truth?" I said, "Oh, yeah, I haven't fought for that long." But yeah, so yeah, he was awesome. And ever since then, he remembers me all the time. And he says, when I become instructor, he's going to come in. He goes, "Oh, we should teach the All Blacks the breathing. It's going to improve their game." Yeah, so yeah.
Oh, that's
so
fantastic.
I'm pretty sure he will come in and visit, and we'll get to do a workshop together.